me, Percita, and this is Percita's Paradox. It is Tuesday, and we are excited about our new week. We're coming towards the middle of April, and guess what? We are feeling pretty good about ourselves. I know there's a lot of things going on in the world right now, and some of us are feeling a heavy load of stress, but I'm praying for you today that you are able to make it through, and that regardless of outcomes, that we will persevere. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate you. And if you are an OG and you're always with me and you continue to support me, I greatly appreciate you, your time, and all of your effort. So, here we are. The question I really have for you today is, are you really willing to roll the dice on yourself? I say that because I notice a lot in our conversations, and even with some of the comments that I've gotten and the interactions that you guys have been so generous to give back to me for these videos, a lot of you express in so many different ways how you believe in other people, and you even believe in some of the things that I'm saying for you, but you really don't believe in you specifically. And when I say, are you willing to roll the dice on yourself? My question is, are you really willing to take the chance on you and you alone? Understanding that if you are the prize, and what I mean by that is that you are more than enough in order to accomplish whatever it is that you have on your heart. I truly believe that. I believe that it is your capacity that will take you to your next level to need yet another capacity. So if you catch it on this particular level that you are functioning on right now, I wholeheartedly believe that you have exactly what you need to succeed, to finish this tier, this level, this platform, to go on to whatever it is that would be next towards your purpose and your goal. Now, when I say roll the dice on myself, I want you to know that I'm going to always bet on me. And what that means is I'm going to always believe that whatever it is that needs to be done, I can accomplish it. Sometimes you feel like you can do that. Sometimes you feel as if you may need a team, or you may need someone else, or you need someone else to start it so that you can actually finish it. I am hoping today that we can talk about a manner, a way, a mindset, a thought pattern, an affirmation that will allow you to understand that it is you and only you that you need to lean on. Now, understanding that from a carnal place. So I'm not speaking from a spiritual realm. I'm speaking from the physicality of whatever it is that you need to accomplish. You are capable. That does not speak on the behalf of who you would need to meet or your interactions with other people. That's not what I'm referring to. But do understand that when you're walking in your purpose in the manner that I'm speaking of, I definitely feel as if the attraction comes about, because everyone wants to be a part of something that's progressive, and everyone wants to be a part of something that's moving. So if you understand rolling the dice on yourself, it really causes you to move at the best capacity possible. So instead of saying that you would move when so-and-so sees you're real, or you get the job, or you buy the house or the new car, you already function in it, meaning you start to walk in it as if it's already happened. Some people call that manifestation. Some people call it faith. For me, I'm going to call it a plethora of all of those things, and simply say, roll the dice on yourself. Trust and believe that you are capable of getting the job done. Now, believing in yourself in the process of rolling the dice is a little dicey. And the reason why it's a little dicey is simply because you still have the reality of what life is and what it can be every day. And let's be honest, we beat ourselves up so bad because we feel as if we should have accomplished things that maybe we've set our sights on previously in your past life, or your younger youth, or whatever you want to call it, in regards to what it is you feel like you should have accomplished by now, right? We all have that thing. And believe it or not, I didn't recognize that. For me, it was always something that I would say more along the lines of when I got in my late 20s, right? I started really identifying things that I wanted to accomplish. And, it was in more of a realm of like by 32, by 35. I actually am noticing that teens are doing it at this point. They're calculating how fast they want to get out of college, or how fast they want to move out of their parents' homes, and so on and so forth. And I find that to be intriguing because it lets me know that society, in one sense, is stifling the growth of our youth simply because everything is so readily accessible and you're basically not needing to wait on anything, right? Because everything is really quick. You think about it's the microwave type of an era. Everything's swift, swift, swift. But in the exact same breath, the pessimist in me would say, but it's also causing them to actually have to grow up extremely fast. And that can be a positive or a negative, just depending on the circumstance, the person, the environment, and the actual attributes that they have towards all of those things. So I still am pushing literally and figuratively the idea of understanding that you have to believe that it's possible. I've said a few times in some past videos, things like, in order to solve a problem, you have to believe that there's a solution. And what I mean by that is that if the problem has already captured your brain as being unsolvable, then it absolutely takes over your mindset to not roll the dice on yourself. And that part is the part that stifles everything that's going on in your life. You could be in a position where you're right about to hit gold, and gold could be, again, something as simple as a return phone call or the green light on a project that you've been waiting on. And if that be true, you have to understand the process and why it's so important to roll the dice and actually take the leap of faith and do what it is you need to do. We can't necessarily always wait on opportunity. Sometimes you actually have to create the opportunity. We don't say that a lot because it's always a matter of preparation, right? And preparation meets opportunity. And we put a lot of emphasis on the preparation, but I've noticed that sometimes in order for me to get through my fears, I simply have to take the leap. I can't really talk about the preparation. Some things I actually have to learn as I go along. Not everything in life is about preparation. Some things have to actually happen on the cuff, on the literal cuff. And it's very hard to decipher that if you're not in a position of believing in you. Because once you believe in you, you can actually identify what's good and what's bad. You can identify what you actually feel aware of and what you can and you can't do. And you're just in a realistic place, but not so realistic that you become just able to see the things that you yourself can tangibly touch. So if you catch what I'm saying, it's a tricky conversation because you don't really know per se how to really roll the dice without making sure you're prepared, without making sure you are in agreement with the universe and God and everything else, right? And still being able to believe and focus. And I'm saying you're absolutely right. It takes all those things. And it sounds like a huge crescendo of life. And it's overwhelming. But sometimes you have to make that decision, even when it comes to people. Am I going to be nice or am I going to be effective? Am I going to be effective or am I going to be dedicated? Am I going to be dedicated or should I be consistent? And it's one of those things where you say, well, why would it be one or the other? Not everything falls within the same realm of what it needs, right? Not everything needs a wrench. Not everything needs a screwdriver. Not everything needs, a hammer. So in that rolling the dice that we're talking about, it's really a premise of really being aware of yourself, believing in yourself, and then believing in your ability to overcome, even in a situation where you feel like you may not be prepared. So, are you willing to roll the dice on yourself? Still the question. And I feel as if it's something that we need to talk about. We were just talking about doing the work. Doing the work is absolutely the key. But this point right here, which is what someone brought to my attention, they just don't necessarily believe in themselves. I need you to understand that I believe in you, and it is time for you to roll the dice and believe in yourself as well. So as always, I thank you so much for joining me. I thank you for your time. I ask that you like this video, send me a comment, send me an email, do all those other great things, share, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Make it happen. Make all that business happen for me. But after you do that, remember to do 3 things. Live life authentic. It is crucial. You are worth it. You deserve it. So let's make it happen. Thank you so much for joining me as always, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.